And a very good Friday morning to you. The Opera Sisters are back. I've got a couple of Winter Tarts making Winter Tarts. What a great way to start a Friday morning, girls.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I can say that to you now, I know you. What are you making?
I'm making a pear and cheddar tart today.
So that's kind of savoury.
It is always savoury, yes.
You would take on the same thing, but one does something slightly different.
Something different, yeah. Mine's a little bit more unusual, you know, pear and cheddar.
Yeah.
Well, mine's not that unusual. It's a very berry tart, little individual tarts.
Yum.
So serves 4, but
sounds great.
Could serve
1, 2,
2,
3, and one other person.
Perfect.
Yay, we're done. We'll be back in just a tick or two. Here is what else is coming up this morning. Kiwi stars Te Kohe Tuhaka and Chris Malloy revealed their latest theatre project. We're going to catch up with best-selling author Nalini Singh this morning, a New York Times bestseller list multiple times. She is amazing. Plus, the Okareka Dance Company will perform for us. Okay, imagine getting the body doing that. Plus, Michelle Court has got our weekly wacky news update as well. And that is a cat that sounds like a machine gun. Imagine that. Totally would feed the cat if it was going to do that incessantly, wouldn't you? And also, today's GM chat is all about mischievous children. We would love to hear your stories, so jump onto Facebook, flick us an email, send us a photo, whatever you like. We will read them out and show some of the pics as well a little bit later in the show. But first, time for a sister versus sister cook-off with the Opera Sisters, Ingrid and Vanessa. Ingrid the blonde, Vanessa the dark.
Well, I'm just throwing flour around at the moment. What about you, Vanessa?
Well, I'm making the world's easiest dessert. 2, maybe 3 ingredients. So pastry that is bought in the supermarket in the freezer section.
Right.
Rolled out.
Yeah.
And I'm literally going to place some frozen berries, fold it in, which I'm going to show you in a moment.
Okay.
And possibly a sprinkle of sugar, and that is it.
So this is the kind of dessert that you don't really have to think about if you've got people coming for dinner.
So easy.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you've got time, make your own pastry.
That's even better.
But, you know, you don't need to, really. It's kind of like... these can look really impressive, like you've spent, you know, a couple of hours sort of doing them, really. So, but they're not. They're so
Ingrid,
simple.
given that yours is a bit more savoury, are you using a different type of pastry as well?
I'm using, a savoury short crust pastry and...
Yeah, I'm just using sweet short crust pastry. I've just divided my block into 4, rolled it out, spooning on the berries, frozen berries. I think you need it to be frozen.
I was just going to say, right.
Yeah, just so that they don't dribble everywhere. And I'm literally just, a little bit of pastry origami here, folding it in.
What makes it stick? Do you need to make the pastry stick?
No,
I'm just kind of does.
Squishing it in. And then I can often put a few berries extra on top, just sort of with your fingers. And that's literally it.
Are you done?
Well, I am going to make 3 more. And if you like, I'm going to put a little bit of sugar on the top. But, you know, you don't have to do the sugar.
But it kind of crisps it up and makes it, yum.
So mine is the easy one.
Yeah, I mean, mine's pretty easy too, but, you know, it's kind of just... Well, it's not really fiddly, it's just the...
It would be if you're a Virgo, because I would have to have every single pair overlapping
Perfectly.
the same millimetres.
Pedantic.
I would.
That's why you could get your kids to help with that, maybe. I actually tried this out last week with my 4.5-year-old boy.
How'd that go?
Well, I turned around, I gave him some pastry, and I turned around and he was on top of his table, flattening it out with his feet. And I was like, and he was telling me that it was for his sister.
Oh, my
And I was like, I wasn't quite sure if...
Oh, funny. Actually, because we're talking, our little GM chat today is talking about kids that have done naughty or crazy little things that you've discovered. Have yours done anything like that?
Numerous.
Yeah.
I've found trains and various things in various places, speakers, Thomas the Tank Engine shoved into a speaker, the oven,
It's all learning, that is. At a certain age, it's learning and then it becomes naughty, I suppose.
Yeah. But I think, you know, this dessert is quite a good one to do with kids. There's not much that can go wrong.
There's not much
other than obviously at your house.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to put... I've made a... it's got butter, it's got sugar, a bit of lemon zest and cinnamon, and I basically drizzle this all over it.
Oh, yum. That, do you know what that reminds me of? The kind of the filling when you make Chelsea scroll, you know, those cinnamon scroll things.
Yeah, it is quite similar to that.
Have you pre-cooked that here, or is that just...
No. As long as you just slice it quite thinly, it cooks in the oven about 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're fine.
What else is going on in your world? What are you busy doing?
Well, we've been testing recipes on our children, our kids, our friends' children, basically trying to create that healthy, convenient snack. So the hidden vegetables is still a feature.
And in terms of getting it in supermarkets and things, like as in having a business?
That would be the ideal, definitely. Yeah, we just noticed, you know, you go to the supermarket, fish fingers, sausages, baked beans, and, you know, we want something a little bit more nutritious.
Yeah, but still convenient.
Still quick.
And something that you could, you know, as good as homemade, that you could feed your kids every day. But, you know, busy parents out there don't have, you know, sometimes the time to kind of make, especially if you're working, you know.
So how far down the road are you with this little project? Because it's not easy to set up your own business.
Well, we have had a few meetings with a few people. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. So work in progress. Watch this space.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Definitely. So, how are you going?
Well, pretty good, really. All I need to do is just, I've got some cheddar cheese, and then it's pretty much whack it in the oven.
And how long in the oven for, and what temperature?
180 for 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, and bingo.
And
is it the same for both of them? Temperature and cooking?
Yeah. 30 minutes. You just want to brown them on the top.
You just want to eat them, is what you want to do.
You do. Well, you can in a moment. And the final touch with mine would be, of course, a bit more sugar, a bit of icing sugar.
Sugar.
And a nice big dollop of cream, ice cream, custard, low-fat yogurt if you're that way inclined.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's it. How easy is that?
Yeah. And yours is just good to go straight in the oven?
Mine is just a good
cut
go.
into it,
yeah, okay.
Cut into it.
Divine. You guys cut, serve up a piece. I will
breakfast.
be back to be best friend in just a moment. Yay, thank you so much. So lovely to see you. See you again soon. Ganesh Raj will be joining us in the kitchen on Monday. Coming up, she has just returned from a mammoth US book tour. International best-selling author Nalini Singh is right after this.